Hi everyone and welcome to your practice. My name's Zara and today I'll be guiding us through a steady, grounding flow that will hopefully offer you more space and room to process and integrate anything that may have been happening in your life recently. So with that in mind, let's all meet together on all fours, hands and knees, tabletop. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Tuck your toes under to stretch and awaken the soles of your feet. And then begin to drop the belly, arch the back, lift the chest and chin. Let's come right through into your cow pose. As you exhale, root into your hands, feet and knees round your spine. Curl your chin into your chest. And then as you inhale, begin to drop the belly, arch the back, look forward, roll the shoulders back. And as you exhale, root down and round, draw the navel in and up. So right away, connecting breath and movement together. Let's inhale to open. And exhale as you release that breath and round your spine. Inhale as we open, as we arch, look forward. And then exhale as we root down and round. On an inhale, come forward, find a neutral tabletop. And as you exhale, take more weight onto your left hand. Reach your right hand up toward the sky as you inhale, open across your chest. Think about rooting down into this left bottom hand just as much as you're reaching up into the right hand. Exhale, thread the needle, weave your right arm under your left arm, bring your right shoulder and your right ear onto the mat. Come onto your left fingertips, tent the hand, press down, see if you can find a little bit more turn through your chest. Hug the tops of your thighs together for support. You can stay here or reach your left hand straight up toward the sky. Turn the hand around, bend the elbow, add the half bind as you exhale. Just gently roll left shoulder away from the right shoulder. And the whole while, let the back of your neck remain relaxed, nice and long, crown of head moving away from the tailbone. Inhale, stretch your left hand up. Exhale to ground the palm. Come back to tabletop as you inhale, all fours, hands and knees. And as you exhale, take the weight to the right hand. As you inhale, reach your left hand up toward the sky. Again, go for space, go for room here, almost leaning back into it. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm beneath your right arm, left shoulder down, left ear down. Come onto the right fingertips, push down. See if you can find more twist through the navel. Hug the thighs together, reach the right hand straight up. Turn the hand around, bend the elbow, and take the back of the right hand to the left hip. Roll the right shoulder away from the left shoulder. Let's reach the right hand straight up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale to ground the palm. Inhale, tabletop, all fours, hands and knees. As you exhale, puppy pose, right hand reaches to the top right corner of your mat. Left hand to the top left corner. Untuck your toes now and slowly drape your heart down toward the floor. You can bring your forehead to the earth or maybe even your chin down. But wherever you are, ever so slightly push into the floor to engage the forearms. And give yourself more room for the heart to drop forward and down. Let's look forward on an inhale, bend the elbows, slide right into your Sphinx pose as you exhale. Lower the tops of your thighs, your low belly to the earth. As you support yourself on your forearms, go up with your heart. Exhale, squeeze your legs together, roll to your right, and yet stay supported on your right forearm. Step your left foot in front of your right thigh, and bring your left hand to rest on your left thigh. Now you might stay here, or you can balance the back of your hand on your left knee. Pause, or option 2, push into your right arm, straighten it, and allow your ribs to sort of sink. melt down toward the mat as you create this side body stretch. Flex your right foot and then maybe even relax your left ear toward your left shoulder as you continue that stretch along the right side body. Bring your head to center, drop down onto your right forearm. Bring your left hand down for support and then straighten your left leg. Now roll back to Sphinx pose on an inhale, heart forward, feet back, and then roll to your left as you exhale. Stack the right leg directly over the left leg. Step your right foot in front of your left thigh, and then again relax the back of your right hand to rest over your right knee. Left ribs drop down toward the floor. You might stay there or push into your left hand to straighten your left arm and give your ribs even more room to sink down. From here you might relax right ear toward right shoulder as you amplify that length along the left side. And then can you take your awareness back to your breath as you feel your breath flowing along that left side body. Relax your left shoulder, your left elbow down, and then bring your right fingertips to the floor, straighten your right leg, and roll back into your Sphinx pose on an inhale. As you exhale, lower your heart to the mat, bring your palms flat either side of your ribs. Tabletop, all fours, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Let's find our first downward facing dog. Take a moment to walk your dog, bend one knee and then the other, loosen and warm into the backs of the legs. And as you start to settle into your down dog shape, make your way into stillness. Spread the hands wide, press the earth away. See if you can find more length along your spine. As you sense your hips rising a little bit higher, encourage your heels to drop down and then stretch your thighs toward the back of your space. On an inhale, ripple forward, high plank pose. And as you exhale, elbows stay close. Let's lower halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. As you inhale, roll your shoulders back. Downward facing dog. As you exhale, take your hips all the way up and back. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. As you calm the pace of your breath in and out of your nose, use your breath to help spread your awareness throughout your body. As you again give yourself this time to process and integrate anything that needs to move through you. Just continue to breathe. On an exhale, take more weight to the left foot. As you inhale, reach your right leg up, 3-leg dog. As you exhale, right knee to nose, tiger curl, round your upper back. As you inhale, step right between your hands. Come onto your fingertips, press back through your left heel. Focus on length here, heart forward, head forward, left heel firming back. Lower your left knee onto the mat. As you inhale, float your hands up, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Collect length in your lower back. Maintain a sense of lift, of reach in your heart and your hands. Exhale your hands down, frame your right foot. As you inhale, pick up your left knee, turn to your left, straighten both legs, wide leg fold. Make sure your toes are turned in, your heels out, feet in one line, halfway lift, inhale. Ground your left hand down in front of your face as you exhale. Reach your right hand to the sky as you inhale, open across your chest. Just turn the right hand around, bend the elbow as you exhale, add the half bind. If you can bring your right hand to your inner left thigh, do so, and then use it to kind of pull your left thigh back as you level your left and your right hip. Gaze can look up toward the ceiling, or if you prefer, I do, down toward the left hand, a little bit softer, more space in the base of the neck. Reach your right hand up, inhale, and then lower your right hand as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold as you exhale, walk your hands through your feet, hug your elbows in as you bow your head down with length toward the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. As you exhale, look toward the top of the mat. Start to crawl your hands back to the inside of your right foot. Toe heel your right foot nice and wide to the edge of your yoga mat as you come onto the ball mound of your left foot. Slowly lower your left knee onto the earth. Untuck your back left toe and just allow your hips to sink and melt forward and down toward the earth. Ground your left hand. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Push down and see if you can spiral your chest toward the right. Reach back as you inhale. Squeeze your left heel in towards your glute as you exhale. Maybe you can find the outside edge of the foot as you kick the foot into the hand. Open the chest. Release the bind. Bring both hands to the inside of the right foot. Tuck the left toe under. Pick up the back knee. Step back, high plank pose on an inhale. Shift forward. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Shoulders roll back. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Take your hips all the way up and back. Let's see just how soon we can bring our awareness back to our breath. Just cultivating that steady, supportive breath in and out of the nose. Take more weight to your right foot. Reach your left leg straight up. 3-leg dog on an inhale. Hug the tops of your thighs together. Exhale, left knee to nose, tiger curl round. Inhale, step right between your hands. Come onto your fingertips. Firm your right heel back. Lower your left knee as you breathe out. Sweep your hands up as you inhale. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale your hands down, frame your left foot. Inhale, pick up your right knee. As you exhale, turn to the right, straighten both of your legs. Turn your toes and your heels out. Take a little halfway lift as you breathe in. Ground your right hand beneath your face as you breathe out. And then inhale as you stretch your left hand up toward the sky. Open your chest. Let's turn the left hand around. Bend the elbow and take the back of the left hand to the right hip, or again, maybe the inner right thigh as you gently wrap it back and even it out with the left. So a nice, steady, even pelvis. Gaze can be up or down. The priority is, as always, the breath here. Let's bring the left hand up, inhale. And then lower the left hand as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. You can either walk your hands through your feet as we did before, or this time you might stretch for your ankles or the outside edges of your feet and bend your elbows wide and bow your heart and your head down through the gateway of your legs. And try and take the weight forward into the ball mounds of your feet so we don't totally hang out in the back of the knees. Halfway lift, release your bind, inhale. Look to the top of the mat as you exhale. Crawl your hands to the inside of your left foot. Wiggle your left foot nice and wide. Slowly lower your right knee to the mat. Untuck your back right toe. Just allow your hips to sink forward and down. Ground your right hand. Bring your left hand onto your left thigh. Push down and see if you can turn your chest toward the left. Reach straight back as you inhale, stay there, or as you exhale, squeeze your back heel in, take hold of the foot. This is plenty, you can stay there or kick the foot into the hand to roll even more of your chest round. Release the back foot, bring both hands to the inside of the left foot, tuck the right toe under, pick up the right knee. Look forward, Malasana Yogi squat. Hop your right foot outside of your right hand, bend deep into your knees, and collect your hands at heart center. So heels are in, toes are out here. Chest is lifting toward the thumbs as you get even more open and spacious across your chest. Relax your fingers to the floor, push into your feet, forward fold on an inhale. Toe heel your feet to hips distance as you exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold as you exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose, sit low and back. Sweep your arms up as you breathe in. Let's sit a little bit lower on the exhale and pour the weight into the heels. Scrub the knees back. You might even lift all 10 toes from the mat. Press to stand on an inhale. Follow your gaze up toward your hands. And collect your hands in through heart center as you exhale, and then bring them down along your side for mountain pose, Samasthiti. A sense into the rooting of your feet against the floor as you calm your breath and allow that steady sense of being supported, drawn to the earth to help you calm mind, body and breath down, to process, to integrate, and maybe release anything that life has been throwing at you recently. It's an opportunity to let it go, to create space, to move forward. Let's float the hands up. Inhale, follow with the gaze. A forward fold on the exhale, Uttanasana. A halfway lift, inhale. A forward fold as you exhale, ground the palms, step back, high plank pose on an inhale. Shift forward, exhale, lower, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Let's take it all the way up and back. Take a steady, nourishing inhale and an extended, releasing exhale. Let's take the weight back to the left foot. Reach your right leg up. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Roll the hip open, bend the knee, squeeze the heel in toward the glute. Let's keep wrapping that right shoulder round. Keep a nice even press in the hands. Right knee to nose, tiger curl, breathe in. Step between your hands as you exhale. High crescent lunge, float your hands up as you inhale. As you exhale, see if you can find a slightly deeper bend into that front thigh. Continue to firm back through your left heel. Also scoop your hips up toward your ribs so you maintain that sense of support, of structure from the center of your body. Warrior 2, spin your left heel down and in, open wide, and descend into that front thigh. As your arms go straight out to the side, let's find a little bit more length in our lower back. Reach forward as you inhale, either forearm to thigh as you exhale, or go further down, fingertips toward the floor. Left hand straight up toward the sky, wherever you are, and keep the space, the open sensation across the chest. Let's turn the left hand around, send the left hand back, bend the elbow, and add the half bind. Roll the left shoulder away from the right shoulder. Gaze might follow up toward the ceiling, or you can keep it down toward the floor. Let's bring the left hand to the sky, inhale. Look down as you exhale, warrior 2. Push into your right foot, rise on an inhale, and then soften back into that front thigh as you exhale. Flip your right hand, reverse. Go up and back as you breathe in, stretch the right side body. Hands to the mat as you breathe out. Frame your right foot and come onto the ball mound of your left foot. Ground your left hand, twist, reach your right hand to the sky. Toe heel your right foot to the edge of the mat, turn it 90 degrees. Keep your feet flexed, lower your left hip to a hover as you keep your left leg straight. Reach your right hand back, horizon pose. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead, lift your hips high. And as you exhale, bring both hands back to the mat. Pour the weight to the right foot, hop the left foot outside of the left hand, Malasana. Yogi squat. Here we are again. Hands to heart center. Breathe in. Press the knees wide. As you breathe out, dip your right shoulder down. Reach your right hand out wide. And then stretch your left hand up toward the sky. Now let's open across the chest here. Really just think about moving that left shoulder away from the right shoulder. Hands to prayer as you inhale. Left side as you exhale, so lower the left upper arm, stretch your left fingertips wide, and then reach your right hand up on a diagonal, open across the chest. Again, peel the right shoulder, the right arm, away from the left arm. Hands to heart center to prayer as you breathe in. Fingertips down as you breathe out, forward fold, push into your feet, straighten your legs. On an inhale, let's toe heel the feet to hips distance as we exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold as you exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit low and back as you inhale. Arms rise. A little bit lower as you exhale. Take the weight to your left foot, right knee to your chest. One leg mountain, stand up as you inhale. As you exhale, flex your right foot, cross it over your left knee, sit low and back, figure four chair as you breathe out. You bring your hands to heart center. On an inhale, get even more open across your chest. And then let's sit a bit lower as we exhale. So you might stay here, or you have the option to twist. You can start to turn your heart toward the left, maybe even connect the elbow, the right elbow, with the sole of the right foot. Using your breath as your anchor, your gaze focused somewhere on the floor or straight out in front. From here, you may even consider opening the arms like wings, right fingertips stretch down toward the floor as the left hand peels up toward the sky. Just keep that deep bend in the standing left leg. Return the hands to prayer. One leg mountain, hands to the sky, right knee to chest, inhale, come up. Straighten your right leg as you exhale, and then slowly lower your right foot all the way down toward the left. Reach up into your hands, breathe in. Forward fold as you exhale. Let's come all the way down. Relax your head entirely. And let's even nod the head a couple times as if we were saying yes. And then turn the head side to side as if we were saying no. And just relieving, letting go of any excess tension carried. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Ground the palms, step back, high plank pose. Breathe in, shift forward, lower halfway, chaturanga as you breathe out. Upward facing dog on an inhale. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Transfer the weight to the right foot. Reach your left leg up. Inhale. 3-leg dog. Let's roll the hip open, bend the knee, squeeze the heel in toward the glute. Left knee to nose, tiger curl, inhale. Step between your hands as you exhale. High crescent lunge as you inhale, arms rise right away. And perhaps a deeper bend in that left thigh as you exhale. Relax the base of the neck, the shoulders. Warrior two, let's open wide, settle more, soften more into that front left thigh. Let's keep lengthening the lower back, pressing the inner left knee wide. Breath spreading generously across the chest and into the belly the whole while. That steady anchor, that steady support. Reach forward as you breathe in, either forearm to thigh as you breathe out, or again, further down toward the floor. Add the half bind, turn the right hand around, send the right hand back, bend the elbow, and guide the right shoulder away from the left shoulder. Reach your right hand up as you inhale, look down as you exhale. Warrior two, rise on an inhale. Just relax a bit more into that left thigh as we exhale. Reverse, flip the left hand, go up and back as you breathe in. Hands to the mat as you exhale. Come onto the ball mound of your right foot. Lower your right hand, ground your right hand, and then twist. Reach your left hand to the sky. Open your chest. Toe heel your left foot to the very edge of the mat. Turn it 90 degrees. Keep your feet flexed. Right leg straight as you lower your right hip to a hover. Let's reach it back. Inhale as you create that big arch, left arm overhead. Exhale, lower your left hand, look forward, Malasana, yogi squat. Hop your right foot outside your right hand, and then connect your hands in prayer over heart center. As you breathe your heart to your thumbs, glide your shoulders back and down. Let's add the bind this time. Dip your right shoulder, reach your right arm wide, reach your left hand up as you inhale. Turn the left hand around, send the arm back, bend the elbow. Maybe you stay with the half bind or circle your right arm around the front of your right leg and then behind to find your left fingertips. And then see if you can roll your left shoulder away from your right shoulder. Release the bind, right hand down, left hand up, inhale. Prayer as you exhale. Let's take a deep breath in, knees wide. Second side as we breathe out. Dip the left shoulder, breathe the left arm wide, reach the right hand up as you inhale. Turn the hand around, bend the elbow as you exhale. Maybe you stay there, or you can circle that left arm around the left leg, find the right fingertips, and go for the full bind. Relax your left fingers down, right hand up, inhale. Let's find prayer once more on the exhale. Take a deep breath in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Fingertips go down, hips go high, Uttanasana. Toe heel your feet in to hips distance. Halfway lift, inhale. And forward fold on your exhale. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit low and back as you inhale. Let's sit a little bit lower on the exhale. This time the weight comes to the right foot. The left knee is lifting up into the chest. One leg mountain. Flex your left foot. Add the figure 4. Cross the left ankle over the right knee or thigh. Sit low and back. I'm eating my hair. Let's bring our hands to prayer. Inhale. Twist toward your right as you exhale. Again, see if you can connect that left elbow toward the sole of the left foot, but don't worry if not, just go to the degree that you can. Again, you have the option to open the arms like wings, left fingertips down, right hand up, open the chest. Let's try and use all 4 corners of that right standing foot for balance. Use our breath, our drishti, our gaze, all the tools that we have available to us to support that steady sense of balance. Bring the hands to prayer, one leg mountain, hands to the sky, left knee to the chest, stand up as you breathe in. Let's kick the left leg forward as we breathe out and then slowly lower it toward the right foot. Reach up on an inhale, maybe add a back bend. You can squeeze the glutes and go up and back. And then forward fold as you exhale, come all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Couple of options. Either slide your hands underneath your feet, stand on your hands for Padahastasana, or you can bring your hands behind your feet, take hold of your ankles, and bend your elbows wide and bow your head and your heart forward and down with great care, but also intensity. Let's bring our full awareness back to our breath. Sensing the breath flowing in and out of the nose, perhaps the navel, the belly rising and falling. Using some of the space we've created from our movement practice, our physical asana practice, to release and process, integrate anything we have been moving through. The breath, the whole while helping to shift that stagnant energy, right? Anything we've been clinging to, anything that's been causing excess stress, worry, anxiety, anything that we no longer need to hold. Release this bind, halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Let's grind the palms and go straight back into downward facing dog. Rise high on your toes, breathe in, and then slowly lower your knees to the floor as you breathe out. Untuck your toes, bring your knees forward, right up to your wrists, and then sit your hips to your heels for Virasana, Hero's Pose, kneeling at the top or mid to top of your mat. Just relax your shoulders away from your ears and give yourself an opportunity to settle, to simmer down, again to process and integrate any present happenings. Okay, now we're going to bring our fingertips forward just to take the weight away from the feet. Part the feet wide and see if you can sit right back in between your heels. So this doesn't feel supportive for everyone. I know throughout my years of practice, this pose has felt really uncomfortable in certain moments and I've had to adapt. So if that's the case for you, there is no need to sit like this. You can bring your heels back underneath your hips instead. But if you can sit here, then please do. We're going to bring our hands behind us and bring our hands to the soles of our feet. If you happen to be sitting on your heels, just bring your fingertips right back behind you. Okay, so from here, lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then you might stay here, or if you can, bend your elbows and see if you can start to drop down onto your forearms. Now, as you come down, focus on lengthening your lower back, your tailbone toward the hinge, the back of your knees. And most of us will stay here. This is plenty. But if you can keep going, do keep going. Relax the back of your heart and the back of your head onto the earth. Arms might stay along your side, or you can stretch your arms up, bend your elbows, take hold of opposite elbows, and float your arms overhead. Just relax your shoulders back and down, relax your forearms, soften your gaze, your navel, and enjoy this lovely opening for the front line of your body. If you have the clasp of your forearms, reach your arms up, inhale. And then whichever way you were crossing your forearms, take hold of opposite forearms this time. Float the elbows up and over and relax the arms, the elbows overhead. Re-extend your arms up as you breathe in, and then lower your arms down as you exhale. Bend into your elbows, push yourself back up with care from the floor, and take one hand to the earth, followed by the other as you come all the way back up. Lift your hips so that you can bring your heels again underneath them. Settle your hands onto your thighs, and take a moment to feel everything passing back through center. Feel everything settle and simmer. You bring your hips to one side, swing your legs all the way forward, and find yourself in a small crouch. Reach your arms forward, inner arms up, palms to the sky, and then slowly recline vertebra by vertebra. Let's come all the way down. Bring your right hand to rest over your heart space, your left hand onto your belly. Walk your heels in toward your glutes, toe heel your feet wide apart, and let your knees knock in to each other. As you sense your breath rising and falling into your palms, see if you can shift your focus back to your exhalation as you employ a deeper, a longer breath out than the breath in. Toe heel your feet back to hips distance. Straighten your right leg up toward the ceiling. Wind your right leg around your left leg as if you were sitting politely on a chair. And then hug both knees into your chest. Now you might bring your hands around your knees and shins, but if you can, think about moving your feet, your shins apart. Perhaps take hold of your shins or your ankles, even perhaps the outside edges of your feet, as we find this reclined Gomukhasana. The right leg over the left leg, knees as stacked as you can find them. Shoulders relaxed, a gentle press of the back of the head into the mat so you can really enjoy that space in the back of the neck. Release the bind that you have, relax your left foot to the floor, and yet keep your right leg over your left leg. Breathe your arms wide, cactus or a T shape. Wiggle your hips to the right, and then let both of your knees fall to the left, twisted root. Now keep your right shoulder deeply relaxed, space across the chest. Gaze can be up toward the ceiling, or you can roll your gaze over toward your right hand. Sometimes I like to look to my left hand, just encouraging even more space in the neck. Just enjoying that length from right ear to right shoulder. Let's bring the gaze through center, lift the knees, inhale. And as we exhale, untangle the right leg from the left leg. Straighten your left leg up toward the sky, and then wind your left leg around your right leg. Tuck the knees into the chest. Again, either take hold of the knees, the shins, or draw the feet apart. Look for the ankles or the outside edges of the feet. Take hold and hug the legs in as you find reclined shoelace or reclined Gomukhasana. Relax your right leg to the floor. Keep your left leg over your right leg. Open your arms wide. Again, cactus or a T shape if you have the space. Wiggle your hips to the left, and then let both knees tip over to the right. Your gaze can remain toward the sky or to any side, but let's match what we did on the first side. Lift your gaze, lift your knees, inhale. And as you exhale, untangle your left foot from your right. Let's straighten both legs up toward the ceiling. Waterfall. Take hold of the backs of the hamstrings, or if you can slide your hands up toward the backs of your calves or ankles, do so. Allow your lower back to peel away from the mat as you move your feet overhead, kind of finding this in between waterfall and plow pose or halasana. Of course, if you did want to go into full halasana, you would be welcome to, but this is sometimes more beneficial, especially in my body. I find this a lovely way to lengthen the back of lengthen the backs of the legs and the lower back. Let's slowly roll the lower back down onto the earth. Float the feet overhead as you take a brief moment in waterfall. Bend the knees nice and wide, happy baby. Either take hold of the big toes or the outside edges of the feet as you draw the knees wide and down toward the armpits. Let's bring the feet together, knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down butterfly. And just let gravity tug down on your outer thighs. Sense the inner thighs encouraged to open and soften. And when it feels appropriate for you, straighten your legs, bring your arms down along your sides, and come right into your Shavasana.